Righto, so we're going to get stuck into the boat today and just welded this piece in. Just going to make a hatch so I can throw all my wetsuits and all bits and pieces in there. Life jackets. Got to weld in the new floor. So the floor used to be down in that level, down there. But then all stuff could fall underneath the seat. It'll just roll underneath, you know, and same with the front seat. It'll just roll in through that gap. So my plan was, or is, you can see that I've lifted up this piece here. So lift that up and raise the floor to that level there. So then nothing can come out. And then same with the front. So just be complete flat floor. I'll seal it along these back edges too, so nothing can go through there. And I'm thinking about putting a hatch just inside the floor here, so you can put the fish that you catch, just throw the fish in there. So that's my plan for today. Let's get cracking. So far, I'm no welder by any means, and this is aluminium, but have a look at this weld. So, for no welder, I think that's all right. Comment below if you think that is any good. Obviously I've started, I've stitched it. Is that any good? Did I do all right? So, seeing that these are the factory welds of the boat, and these are my welds. So, I did run the grinder through and just widen it up, because I do plan on grinding this a little bit flatter, because I want to put some marine board on top, that foam. I'll show you later, that foam. So that it's a bit more flatter. So I will flatten it. That's why I did put a grind mark through it. Is that right? Leave it in the comment so if I did it right or not. So you can see I did the same in here, because this piece wasn't here. So I did that a few months ago. So this was original, then it stopped, and then it was just straight down and across. And I've added this piece and added this piece. So, righto, let's start cutting these frames. I've got this here just for me level, so I can run a tape underneath this. We cut 3, one for here, here, and here. I'll do the same like I have here. Righto, let's get cracking. So what I've got going on here is I'm going to drop these in here. I've marked them, so I'm just going to give that a bit of a scribe on each one. And I get the grinder out and clean up all the surfaces in that area. So, if you can see that, it's put a really good, it's like a sandblaster. It's chewed all the shiny surface off and lets the weld grab onto the aluminium really good, because it's got to be clean. So I'll do the rest, we'll start welding. Right, just a bit of an update. So all these are welded in now. I've had that on there as a straight edge so I can get a flat floor, one on either side, so now they're flat. So don't need those anymore. What I'm thinking is putting this hatch in here and put some, you know, when you catch a fish or squid or something, throw that in there. Put that in the center or something, access it. So what I might do is seal that inside. So cut some sheets, weld it all in there so it's all watertight. Put a bung on it so then I can fill it up with water. If we're fishing, catching some live stuff, we can put in there. Undo the bung, it'll drain out. Yep, I reckon that's what I'm going to do. Got the floor in, got my hatch, made me access hatch here so you can lift it up, put it down. So that does have a bung in it. I'll give you a look. So I've got the bung just there, goes way back in there. Righto, so this is what I'm thinking. I've got this on the side here, and I can recess these coolers in. So I have a couple of cans, and I'll recess some rod holders. So got a nice trim that'll go on the inside of this, but I've got to scribe this out because I don't want this big, so I'll cut half of it off. And so I'm just going to scribe it, cut it, we'll put it back up here and see what it looks like. Righto, bit of an update, got this side sorted, and so all day cutting in and out to try to make sure it was, you know, come up as good as it did. So, cup holder, and then cup holder. So, and then I'll put a couple of fishing rod holders in there, but gotta work out where to put those. But got the nice trim inside. I think it's turned out alright actually, eh? So what do you reckon? So I've just flushed it into there. I just got to weld that, clean that edge up. But yeah, I think it looks better than the other side. So this is what it ended up being. So to cut all this out, cut all that out, cut all here, cut this out. So like for instance that piece there, yeah, was this around here, which is, oh, can you see that one? So it's super fiddly, but I reckon it just turned out grouse. So, and then I'll put that foam stuff around the outside here. Happy days. So what I did is I just welded it from the inside. So every 100 I gave it a good tack all the way across. So that way you don't see them on the outside here, which is this here. So it looks nice and neat. And then everywhere there was an upright, which those uprights and that little piece, I've welded it all in. Welded it all in. There was another one there, weld that in. And one there, one there. So you can't even notice they're there. Like, you couldn't even pick it. So, besides the old pinprick, that's it. Righto, alright, floor's done. So, finished welding the rest of this one, and we'll put it in that side. Righto, so a bit of an update on the boat. We've got this side gunnel in now. We've got that side in. So I've just tacked all these in. So still got to do a lot of cleaning up. But as you can see here, this thing, it's poking up a mile. So I've got to smash this down so it's level with this. That'll flatten it all out, then I can weld all the seams in. I've welded around this one. So that was raised. So I'm going to grind that down so it's nice and flush like I did on the other side. No need for it to be poking up. So we'll grind that flat. Got this one here. So I've just tacked him in. We're just going to fill in all the little divots so it's nice and flat and weld in a couple of gaps here. And same with this one. This one was nice and low already. So all we've got to do is just put a bead over the top Same with this one, nice and flush. And then continue this back section off. Righto, so what I'm doing is, I've got these rod holders and I've drilled some holes in here so I can put this fishing rod in here. So I'm going to put 2 here, 1 and 2, do the same on that side, and then on the back side the handle will roll in. So I've got the PVC pipe in there, but it looks terrible like that. So these are the same size as this pipe, so which is 40 mil high pressure. So I'm going to glue that together, and I'm going to have to grind this down because it's too thick, it won't slide through the hole. So I'll grind that down a little bit and slide that straight into there, and that'll look nice and neat. Get the heat going. I might have to just give this a bit of a tweak because it is running on a little bit of an angle. So basically it sits in looking like that, and the whole length of the rod, like the pole, like this, so the rod goes right to the end. You can slide in and out, so when you put stuff inside here, it's not going to hurt your rod. So I've tested one, it's going to work. So I'm going to make 3 more, 2 on that side, 1 more here, drill the back sides of the handles into there. So let's get cutting and gluing. So what I'm doing here is, got this, get some glue, coat this nicely. There's a bit of a cut. Oh. Cut, oh, cut, oh, cut, oh. Cement it. Coat that. Pick up what you've just dropped. Nothing ever goes to plan. So get that, glue it, throw that in there. So, and then what I've got, I've got to cut this off, and then I put that and glue that into there, and then I've got to grind all this back, because that doesn't quite fit in the hole, but I'll show you what I mean. I've got this sitting out, so I had that sitting out the other day. Now that's staying flat. Got 2 in there. So what I've done is I've just ground this back and glued it in, just sitting in the sun, so it dries a bit quicker, even though it dries fast anyways. But now that'll fit in the hole, because before, no go. So this is not going to fit in that hole, but I'll show you after I ground it that it does fit in. That's the same, that there is the same hole that's back into there. So that fits in there, which this doesn't. So I'll show you what I mean. So now that just slides straight in and straight out. Perfect. So now I'll glue this to that and happy days. Righto. So I've got to put this in the side there, which is my bilge pump, because it doesn't have a bilge pump, and I reckon it's a good idea, just in case. So I don't have that size bit, so what I've done is I've just put that there, scribed it out, and I drill a hole in the center of it, or anywhere on the side, doesn't matter where you do it. So now that I've got the hole, I'm going to glasses. So I've got myself one of these, and just going to scribe out the hole. And that's my hack. Whoop. Jeez, clumsy today. So that's my hack. This will fit straight in there. So it's a nice tight fit. I haven't got that on yet, that's the nut, but even that, just without that, is pretty tight. Then the nut goes on the other side of it. And that's perfect. That's how you get a hole if you don't have a hole saw. The right size anyways. And I also use that to countersink my locks at the front. So I'll quickly do this up. Bang, that's tight. And I used it over here. So I use it so I can recess that in. It's not going to fit because I've got the backing plate still on it, but that goes in there. So I've got two, one for there, one for that side. Got the hinges in, so I can whoop, whoop. So it's got that nice seal. So when that closes, and then this can push it. Not 100% flat, sticks up a little tiniest little bit, but you won't notice it once all that decking stuff's on.